How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC leak discussion video. In today's video, we are actually going to be taking a look at a very interesting leak which actually was released in October, so yeah, this came from a really long time ago, which actually correctly predicted the date that Terry Bogard was going to be released in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and it also tells us who the final DLC fighter is going to end up being. However, guys, as always, and I cannot stress this enough, just because this leaker did end up correctly predicting Terry Bogard's release date in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, that does not mean that the fighter that they list is going to be the next DLC fighter for 100% sure, so make sure you guys take this with a grain of salt and realize that I'm talking about this just for fun. Unfortunately, guys, because this post is so old, I do not have a link to the original version, so everything that you guys are going to need to be able to see is going to be up on screen. And now, guys, with all of that out of the way, I have to tell you guys where this leak came from. So, guys, this leak was sent in to me by one of my subscribers on my Twitter, so if you guys haven't already followed me there, you can find a link to my Twitter, as well as links to all of my social media presences, such as my Twitch and Patreon, in the description bar down below, as well as the pinned comment. And now, guys, with all of that out of the way, the leak that we are going to go ahead and take a look at today comes from 4chan, but keep in mind, guys, that this leak was posted on October 1st of 2019, so let's just go ahead and take a look at it, shall we? So, guys, like I said, this leak comes from 4chan, and it is titled Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass, and it is posted by Anonymous. It starts by saying Terry Bogard, November 6th of 2019 release date, which did end up happening. Fighter 5, Phoenix Wright from the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney series. Now, right away, guys, yeah, this is definitely extremely crazy because this guy did actually predict the exact date that Terry Bogard was released in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, so lots of people now are starting to say that it is very possible that we could end up seeing Phoenix Wright as the next DLC fighter. Now, one of the things that I want to go ahead and say about this is that, yeah, I do understand that this is posted over on 4chan, and this guy could have just gotten lucky in terms of when he guessed, like, Terry Bogard was going to be released. However, guys, considering he guessed this all the way back on October 1st, and then it ended up coming true, like, this guy might actually have some insider knowledge. Once again, it is very possible that this guy just did get lucky. However, this is definitely still something we have to talk about because if this guy does have insider knowledge and Phoenix Wright does end up being the next fighter, that would be absolutely insane. So, guys, before we go ahead and talk any more about this post, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about Phoenix Wright and try to see if he has a chance at joining Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. So to help me do that, guys, I found a post over on Smashboards which is titled, Take That! Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney smashes the prosecution. It starts by saying, welcome to the support thread for Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Here you'll find all the evidence we've compiled to make the case for everyone's favorite lawyer to take the stand in the next Super Smash Bros. Game. Phoenix who? Phoenix Wright is the main character of the Ace Attorney series, which is a series of visual novel games by Capcom which combine courtroom drama with crime scene investigation and lots of massive hams. Prime example, it cuts straight to the relevant time so you avoid spoilers. At the start of the series, Phoenix Wright starts out as a rookie lawyer studying under his mentor, Mia Fey. The first 3 games in the series follow Phoenix's journey through various trials and tribulations as he brings justice for all his clients, despite the entire court system seemingly working against him and his defendants being treated as guilty until proven innocent. With the help of, and usually in spite of, a colorful cast of characters, including his spirit medium and training assistant Maya Fey, the bumbling detective Gumshoe, and childhood friend and rival prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, Phoenix successfully turns about even the most hopeless of trials and seizes the not guilty verdict time and again. Later games see Phoenix himself in the role of mentor to Apollo Justice and Athena Sykes, having risen from the ashes after being disbanded and forced out of the courtroom. His adventures up to the trilogy's conclusion have been retold in an official anime adaptation, and it has an English dub done by Funimation available to watch now. A live-action movie was made in Japan focusing on the events of the first game, and the series receives a new musical concert every now and then in Japan, with the focus shifting from the mainline games to Miles Edgeworth's spin-off series. Phoenix has also developed an excellent repertoire of appearances in other game series. Famously appearing in Marvel vs. Capcom 3, the spiky-haired lawyer had his own crossover with Professor Layton, as well as playable appearances in Project X Zone 2, Puzzle Fighter, and briefly in Monster Hunter Explorer. The series is available on Nintendo DS, 3DS, Wii, Switch, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Steam, Android, and iPhone. Please note that not all of the games are available on every system, however the trilogy is. Of course, we can't forget what the Ace Attorney series is possibly most well known for, but hopefully by the time I finish giving testimony, you won't have to make any of these. What's a lawyer gonna do in a fighting game? Poke people's eyes out? You'd be surprised. Phoenix already has 2 fighting game appearances under his belt in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Project X Zone 2. Here's a video of what Nick has done in the company of superheroes and villains alike. Having previous experience in fighting games could be considered a plus for Nick's chances of being called to the Smash bar. It shows that despite not coming from a game with much in the way of action, the Ace Attorney series still offers plenty of material from which a Smash moveset could be derived. There's also always the option of letting him give people a boot to the head. Notable moveset ideas have been discussed in this thread as well. Phoenix is a Capcom character though, and we already have 3 of those. They won't add another surely, perhaps, but perhaps not. Ultimately, it probably comes down to whether or not Sakurai feels a character will bring something unique to the table, and as Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom has shown, the Ace Attorney games give plenty to work with, and the series' goofy, hammy style would fit perfectly into the existing Smash cast, so maybe the odds aren't all that great, but Phoenix has pulled off bigger turnabouts before. So guys, there's a ton of really great information here, but this is where we're gonna stop for now, just because I don't want this video to go ahead and last forever. So if you guys want to go ahead and read through this all by yourselves, I will leave a link to it in the description. However guys, with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and give my own personal opinion on Phoenix. So yeah guys, Phoenix Wright is a character that lots of people really want to see in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. However, does he have a chance? Well guys, the first thing that I want to go ahead and say is that Sabi and Vergaben have not given us that much information on Phoenix Wright, right? So I think that Vergaben might have posted in that giant list of deconfirms that Capcom was not going to be getting another fighter. However, since I believe that Sabi is the most credible Super Smash Bros. Ultimate leaker and he hasn't said anything yet about Phoenix Wright, I think that he definitely still has a chance at being the 5th fighter. Now, in terms of his chances, once again, would he actually have a chance at making it in? Well guys, I think that he fits in very well with the color theory, which I am a firm believer in, which basically states, for those of you guys who don't know, that the next DLC character's background color is going to end up being orange, and although a lot of people think that it would fit better on Arlie Naja or Doom Guy or other characters like that, honestly, I think an orange background would be perfect for Phoenix Wright. However guys, although I do believe that Phoenix Wright actually has a chance at getting in, I don't think he has the absolute best chance in the world, and the reason that I say that is because honestly, Phoenix Wright, although he is a character that is loved by millions of people around the world, I don't really have any special connection to him, and I feel as though a lot of casual gamers as well don't really have that big of a connection to Phoenix Wright. Yes, there is a very vocal group of people that really want to see Phoenix Wright in the game, and I have absolutely no doubt that if Phoenix Wright did end up joining the battle, that he would be an absolute amazing character and everybody would love him. However guys, we have to remember that this is the last character on the first Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass, so this character has to be a big character, right? It can't be a character that not a lot of people know about or not a lot of people really want to see in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, because if this last character is not going to be a very big character, then why wouldn't they have just waited to release Banjo-Kazooie at the end of it instead of in the middle, right? So that's kind of how I'm taking an approach at it. I think that this character is going to be the biggest character by far, and although I do think that once again Phoenix Wright would be a really great character in Smash, I don't know if he's last character material. However, guys, with all of that being said, do I believe that this leak is going to end up being real? Well, guys, there is absolutely no way to deny that at the very least, this leak might actually be real because he predicted Terry Bogard's date, right? As of now, this is the only leak that I have seen that has actually gotten the correct date for Terry Bogard's release, so this actually does have the possibility of being real. I know a lot of people are going to be really excited, and I know a lot of other people are probably going to be really disappointed. However, guys, it is also possible that this leaker could have just gotten lucky, so we are just going to have to wait and see. However, guys, with all of that being said, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts about everything that we talked about in today's video in the comment section down below. Do you guys believe that this leak is real, and would you be happy if it was? Why or why not? Thank you guys all so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.